Catching the rain morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
What the fork?
What the fork?
What the fork is happening?
Hey, if you are new to our program, What the Fork, just those little things that happen each and every day, and we go, what the fork is that about?
You just sit there and you go, are you actually serious?
What the fork?
What the fork?
Big time.
And it was born out of the fact that we discovered that newsreader Abby was stealing all the forks out of the kitchen here.
Yeah.
But that's universal across all workplaces, isn't it? There's
Yes.
never any forks.
And the kicker for that is you go to Abby's house and she's building her own fork fortress.
I go into businesses at night.
Yeah.
Stealthily go in there.
Yeah, she's a fork fairy.
Yeah.
Very. Okay, so let's talk about something that you do around the office that is just so alarming on so many levels, and I don't even think you're doing it.
Oh, is it loving and encouraging everyone? Is that what it is?
So what you tend to do if we're just sitting in a meeting or whatever, I will look over. You will just have your hand sort of halfway down the front of your shorts.
Oh.
And you just, like, you honestly do it without thinking, but you adjust yourself
Right.
all the time.
I'm not making eye contact, am I?
No. But it's just, it's acutely uncomfortable for everyone concerned.
Okay.
Am I right?
This is good feedback. Thank you.
Em?
Yeah, so this is the thing, Jodes. You're very lucky you've got all these screens protecting you from Hazy in the studio. Where I see it, I have direct eye contact with Hazy. Well, not with him, side on view. And what he does a lot when he's talking during any segments, if we're taking phone calls, he's normally got one hand like resting on the panel so he can do all of his little panel stuff. The other hand is resting in the top of his shorts and or jocks. And sometimes you just rub along your belly
Whoa.
while you're talking.
Wow.
And also you will adjust yourself sometimes while making eye contact with
Oh,
me.
my God.
Okay, first of all,
are you?
I don't really know. Can I, and this isn't a defence, but I don't know I'm doing that.
Okay.
Can you not? Do you not
So-
have you lost feeling down there? How do you not know that you're not doing it?
Yes, I have.
It's another issue.
It's a different
Have you
story.
noticed that?
Yeah, I have a little screen in here and there's a shot of you. It's like the camera that's on you, the camera that's on Hazy. So I can see him, his hand goes missing. God knows where it is in his shorts now that I've learnt that. And I also see you the other day, you were picking a winner
Oh, you did.
out of your nose.
Oh, my gosh.
And you went on for, I reckon, a good 30 seconds. You were just in there like you had a mission and you were just going to town
No.
on your nose.
Actually,
winners.
it happened this morning. I was in the newsroom with Abby and I just looked through the window and you just like knuckle
Going
deep.
for it.
Picking winners, no losers, baby.
Yeah.
Just picking winners all up in here. So with the hands thing, I think particularly this time of year, it's probably a warmth thing.
Okay.
Wear
Firstly-
pants then, don't wear shorts.
Okay,
All right,
that's probably a good
us
point.
ladies are cold too, but you don't see us getting away with it, do you?
Well, could I just maybe suggest that if you were looking for some extra warmth,
No.
that's
No.
potentially an option.
Hazy,
I won't judge you.
if the blood isn't flowing to that particular region, maybe you need to go to the doctor and get that checked. I'm just saying.
I think it's an awkward thing just for blokes. Like it's a social. I don't think blokes know where to put their hands, and for whatever reason as well. And if you
So
if
the
you do a
first
bit of a
place is
montage-
there.
Yeah, I don't really know. Do you know what? I think maybe it's like a comfort thing. I don't really know.
Well,
Goodness me.
I'm sorry that it's offending you, ladies.
Let's do this morning. 13 24 10. What the Fork, the adjusting edition. Although we're going to open it up to all sort of awkward social engagements.
Yeah.
We'll take any.
Because I think that's what it's all about. It's awkward. I don't know where to put the spare hand. What do you want me to do? Put it behind my back?
I don't know, mate. Just
Put it
not
behind
down.
my
Just
head?
not down there.
well, you can't play with your hair because that's
Thinning.
thinning.
Oh, that's very true, Abs.
What the fork?
What the fork?
What the fork is happening?
So this is What the Fork. This is the adjusting edition. Basically, we're talking about those awkward social encounters because you will quite often stare producer Emily in the face as you are adjusting yourself.
Yeah, well, I don't know that that's what's going on. I feel like my hands sometimes just do what they want to do.
Is that
So I
that
need to
across?
slap them.
Is that across the board for men? Because like if you ever tune into the rugby or sometimes the AFL, like Jordan Dawson on the weekend was aggressively adjusting himself as if he was being interviewed. Do you not even know that you're doing it?
No, I always feel like when that happens, it's like just pressing a reset button or something. It's like a little power up button. Because there's montages, particularly rugby league players,
Yeah.
of furiously fiddling during interviews. And I think in a situation like that, you just don't know where to put your hands.
Yeah.
And our sound guru, Toddy, reminded us of a particular scene from Talladega Nights.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Be good just to hold them down by your side. Yeah, great.
Spot on. we don't know what to do.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why the alternative is to flick that region, but here we are.
13 24 10 taking your calls this morning. Everyone who gets on air goes in the running for 10K a day in May. But it's those weird social encounters. I have one each and every week when the footballers come in and I don't know whether to give them a kiss on the cheek or...
Oh my gosh, this is the best one. So we have Josh Rochelli and Dan Houston come in regularly. And now we're sort of at that sort of space where...
We're sort of friends.
Yeah, we're kind of friends.
Yeah.
And Jones, you don't know how to address the boys.
I don't know.
So you go on this sort of half hug. You're trying to read the situation. The boys are trying to read the situation. And boys are not good at reading situations like this.
No.
So one day, and we've got Dan Houston coming in just after 8 o'clock. I feel like you're going to go on for a kiss.
Yeah.
He's going to go on for a hug.
Yeah.
Someone else in their brain's going to say you should shake hands. What's going to happen is you're going to end up kissing him on the nose. Which would be so awkward.
Oh my goodness! Now the awkwardness is even tenfold because he's probably listening to this morning.
Text him. Text Husto and say, look,
no.
let's just shake hands when you walk in, all right?
Well, that is also awkward because I don't have his number. Do you have his number? Did he give it to you?
No, I don't have his number.
Yeah, right.
Oh, do I have his number? Producer Emily has his number.
Producer M, can you fix
Pass
this
that message
situation
on to
before it
Husto.
unfolds? Thanks. All right, let's go to Anita. Good morning, Anita.
Morning, Jodie. How are you?
Good. Okay, the uncomfortable social situations. Tell us.
Okay. I do karate, and there's just one gentleman. He must wear jock strap or something because his bottom half of his gi is always tucked into his underpants, and it's very unbecoming.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. What's tucked into his underpants? What?
It's the bottom half of his gi. So we call our uniforms a gi.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's awkward, isn't it?
That's very awkward to look at, awkward to deal with,
Yeah, it's
awkward in every situation.
hard to know where to look. Caller, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. Please tell me about your awkward social situation.
I've got a couple awkward situations. The biggest one is, well, Hazy, keep your hands in your pockets, then
Yep.
you don't have to play with yourself.
That's true.
My biggest thing is just when you see people walking around, especially guys with their flies undone.
Ah, yes, hot dog vendors selling hot dogs.
Yeah, and you don't know where to look. You can't look at them because your eyes just go directly down there. Yeah. Or you're coming out of the ladies' toilet with the women, and she's got her skirt tucked in her knickers.
Yes, that's
Please tell us if that
So-
ever happens.
Yeah.
So cool. In a situation like that, do you go and tap them on the shoulder, and even if it's a stranger?
I actually have done it a couple of times because I feel pretty embarrassed for them.
Yeah.
I think it's easier to tap them on the shoulder rather than let them walk around with their big white underpants.
Underpants.
Yeah.
The fly undone's an interesting one because, when it's your partner as well, and you just really subtly trying to say, hey, babe, without drawing attention to it by other people. You're like,
Yeah.
babe, flies
Exactly. How do you do it? How do you do it discreetly?
I don't know.
fraught with danger, isn't
Happened
it?
before. I'm just walking around and knocking over vases on tables and all sorts of
Shut up.
things. It's like,
Jodie,
how
do you when you
even
go to the
notice?
bathroom, do you when you walk out double check that you don't have paper on your feet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like all women do that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot who, when you go to a pub or something and I suppose they've had a few lemonades by then. But I just think, double check your feet as you walk out that there's nothing on them.
Completely fair.
Yeah, that happened to me at the Archer once. I had a big, dirty old bit of toilet paper stuck to the bottom of my foot and I walked through the pub.
Yeah.
I find it so awkward. It shouldn't be. It's like when someone's got food in their teeth and you're like, do I say something or don't I?
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Yes, you
You
do.
should say
100%.
something.
Yeah, but if you don't know them that well.
It's tough.
Or lipstick on the teeth is the
Oh,
other one.
I
That's
always
the
get
one.
lipstick on my teeth.
I always go, just go like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you rub your teeth. Let's go to Rochelle. Good morning.
Good morning, how are we?
Good. What's your awkward social encounter, please?
So with one of the girls I work with, when she gets anxious or overwhelmed at work, she starts meowing.
Oh,
In
cool.
front of customers or just walking around the restaurant, she just meows.
Wow. There she goes.
So hard to keep a straight face. It's so hard to keep a straight face.
So,
There's so many questions. So she'll just let rip with a meow.
Yep, all the time. I'm working with her this morning, so today's going to be interesting.
God, I would pay all the money in the world to be able to hear that.
meow, I've heard some unusual
I work.
behaviour.
Work for yourself.
Oh, Rochelle, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Wendy, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your awkward
morning.
encounter?
So when you go to the football and you don't want to take a handbag, so you put everything you might need in your pocket, and then you go to the bar to buy your drink at quarter time, and as you pull your phone out to pay, your tampon falls on the ground.
Those blokes are awkward creatures. We don't know how to handle a situation.
The only way that situation could be worse, Wendy, is if you had Andrew Hayes standing behind you and he awkwardly bent down to pick it up for you. Oh, my God.
Well, I think the worst thing is you're thinking to yourself, do I pretend it's not mine, and I might need that later? You don't know what to do.
Oh.
See, that's the thing as well, and it's not an issue at all. But if Wendy had left that tampon just right near the canteen, it would stay there all day.
Yeah, well, no one's going to pick it up.
It would
are
get
they?
so many views.
Yeah.
Everyone walks past. Everyone walks past and go, hey, there's a little tampon. Wondering if someone's going to claim it.
Oh, where'd that little guy come from?
Yeah, there he is. Hello there, little fella.
So let's go to Kat. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, tell us about it.
I went to a dress-up party at a nightclub called Devils and Angels, and halfway through the night, after having a few little drinks, I needed to go to the toilet, and not realising that the tail had fallen into the bowl.
Oh.
And as I walked out, I swung it around because I was in such a party mood. I wet everybody.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know what, though, Kat? That is the definition of devilish behaviour, so...
Yeah. That's amazing.
Right on character.
Thank you, Kat. Let's go to Taylor from Seaford. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, tell us about your awkward encounter.
So one time when I was in high school and I was walking to school, my skirt had risen up behind my backpack and one of the school mums had to pull over and let me know.
That's not just like tucked into your knickers, that's up behind your backpack.
Yep, and there was no bike shorts, so...
Oh, no.
Oh, so
Yep.
how long do you reckon it was going on for? Like, do you reckon was it hours before someone told you, do you reckon?
I walked from my house to my school and I was pretty much at the school, so about half an hour, 20 minutes.
So plenty of views. Plenty of views. So that's the thing when blokes get done with their fly down.
Yeah.
So it's always like, sometimes I've had my fly down and it's been like lunchtime and I've been like, well, I put my jeans on at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
That's 5 hours of open fly time.
Oh, we all see it. We just like, you know,
sit there and go, no
it's just
hot dogs for
entertainment.
me, thank you. Not today.
Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, guys. How are we?
We're good. What's your awkward encounter?
Well, I'm with Hazy straight away. Sometimes it just doesn't fit in the right spot, so you might just need to adjust it a little bit.
Yeah, spot on, Kevin. We're trying to avoid lower back issues as well. Like, you get it.
Oh, my God.
That's 100%. When it doesn't fit in the right spot, it feels really uncomfortable and you just need to move it. But I have another one. I work with a lot of rappers.
Yeah.
And they have nothing but put it there in that spot.
Oh.
It's like that's their thing.
Okay.
But every rapper that you see is generally touching that area. So
There you go.
Wow.
I'll take that for sure. Is there any names that you can drop here, Kevin, in terms of some of these rappers?
we'll talk like 50 Cent, Ice Cube. Yeah, the big ones.
Wow.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you very much, Kevin.
50 Cent always fiddling his junk.
That's what it's all about. Same sentence. 50 Cent, Ice Cube, Andrew Hayes. I just sort of feel that I couldn't sit at the same table as 50 Cent. I don't know.
Here's what you're waking up to, Adelaide.
In the news today.
Breaking news.
What's in the news today?
Your post-snooze news.
No, I am noticing when you say very, very on the back of yesterday.
Did I say very, very again?
Just did.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe you guys.
Yeah.
You said it 5 seconds after we did that break yesterday.
That's, that is very, very concerning.
If you missed it yesterday, we had a compilation that went for nearly 2 minutes of you saying very, very.
2 minutes. I think it's still going.
Yeah, I think it is true. Post-snooze news. It can be very overwhelming, all the information as you're waking up. You're going to the gym, you're heading into work. So we'll
Very overwhelming.
Barely break it down for you. Abby, in the newsroom, what you got for us?
We've got some very, very big news today. So the Adelaide 500 Entertainment has been announced. Cold Chisel are going to be reuniting for the Adelaide 500 this year. Essentially, they're going to be going on a big tour called Big 50, and it marks 50 years since the band first formed. Now, this is only a few months after Jimmy Barnes was in hospital. He had surgery, so he, I think, is back to fighting fit, obviously. They will be joined on stage on Sunday, November 17, by the Cruel C and the Super Jesus. And Crowded House will do Saturday night. They were here about 2 years ago to do SA's Harvest Rock Festival. So some big announcements. There is more to come as well. We're going to have a little press conference today with the Adelaide 500 crew and find out.
Very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, seriously, how good? Chisel. Jimmy. Everyone loves a bit of Chisel. Oh, there's a song for every taste. Jimmy Barnes.
I do love that they formed here as well.
Yes,
and it's going to be the 25th event, the race's 25th event. I can't talk today.
I can't think off the top of my head a Cruel Sea song.
Yeah.
I'm thinking From the Sea. I've got that song in my head. But that's
From the Sea, isn't that?
I'm thinking about Under the
Yeah.
Sea from... I'm thinking about Under the Sea from...
Octopus's Garden.
The Little Mermaid?
Yes, that's the one.
Little Mermaid.
That's in my head on repeat at the moment.
Yeah, so we've got all these sea songs in our head. None of them by the Cruel Sea.
Oh, dear. Hey, things have got a little bit racy outside the New York courtroom where the hush money trial of Donald Trump is wrapping up with... This is the feud you didn't see coming. Hollywood legend Robert De Niro verbally sparring with supporters of the president.
Yes, good stuff. Who saw that coming?
No one. So, De Niro apparently shouted at one Trump supporter, "You're a bleeping idiot," because that guy asked if he was on pedophile financier Jeffrey Epstein's client list. You know how he had that big controversial list?
Yep.
So they've gone toe-to-toe out the front of the courtroom. I don't know. It's all very... I mean, I've lost track of it, Abs. I mean, like they're saying that the star witness is a liar, etc., etc.
The closing arguments kick off or are on at the moment, so we'll see what happens. But he's not the first one to do some dodgy things in government.
No.
So, interesting times ahead.
Is he going to go to jail, is the question?
I think because he's got all the money... Well, he does actually have all the money in the world, but I think he's got friends in high places, and I don't think he actually will.
And also, is Melania a real woman? Or is that a stunt
That's a
double?
very good question.
Yes, but apparently they do sleep in separate beds, so she's also had enough of him.
Yeah.
Classic.
She's off him.
Yeah,
Melania's got the ick.
Yeah, because he leaves stains on the sheets.
Yeah.
That fake tan.
As in orange tan
It's just
stains.
orange tan all over the sheets. Big Donny boy. Can't we just go back to the days when our boy Donny would just talk cricket?
Suchin Tendulkar,
Soothes the soul, doesn't it?
Virat Kohli.
Do you remember when it was revealed that Barron, who's the 16, 17-year-old, has his own floor in the Trump Tower?
Yeah.
God.
I think Barron was right behind the 8 ball when he was named Barron.
Yeah.
That was his issue.
Yeah.
And your dad's Donald Trump.
And your dad's Donald.
Jesus. And your mum's not even a real lady.
Yeah, she's a genuine fembot. There you go. That's your post-it snooze news. Who here knows what a financial dominatrix is? Yeah. Does anyone actually know?
No idea.
Let me educate you, ladies. A financial dominatrix is a woman who has submissives who are happy to part with money or gifts to gain her affection. It can be anything from wanting to see what the woman spends their money on to relinquishing all financial control. Some even want to be bullied for their pleasure. It can be sexual. It can be all sorts of different things. It's basically just having a lady tell you what to do aggressively, and sometimes it's for really, really strange, gross requests.
Okay.
I want to talk to you about a lady called Minky Miller, and she is a financial dominatrix.
Is she?
So she's gone viral because of something that she exposed on the internet. Classic. She's told via a podcast some of the things that she's been asked to do as a financial dominatrix.
Do tell us what Minky Miller's been up to.
And it will blow your mind. You'll be like, ooh, who saw that coming?
Brother, what's that?
Spot on, but as we know, there's a lot of blokes out there who are into some real dirty, kinky stuff. Mickey said she's had a variety of requests over her time on adult subscription platforms, including pouring chocolate sauce into her own hair for $700.
Oh, God.
I'd do that.
I'll do it.
$700. That's fine. She said, although one of the most unique requests she has ever received is from a man who paid her $2,451 to get a pedicure in his chosen colour, film herself clipping her nails, and then mailing the clippings to him.
$2,000.
$2,451.
Oh, you'd do that too, wouldn't you?
Well, I'd be. No, what's my don't help? Oh my God, that's good.
But I can see a future for you as a financial dominatrix.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, you'd be great.
Spot on. This sort of weird, kinky behaviour, it got me thinking though, because there's a lot of sickos out there. Do you guys know of any situations where maybe a friend, even if it's not you, has been put in a situation where you're like, hey, do something a little bit unusual, but you'll make some good money from it?
So a girl I used to work with at Channel 10 who's no longer there used to sell her boots and her shoes.
Really?
To men who were willing to part with a lot of money for them.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Or I'm guessing they just like play with them and smell them and all
Yeah,
sorts
I
of
guess. But they would always, like, all the requests would be like, you know, are they sweaty or... Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that fun?
That is. You do it though. Because you're not going to, there's no interaction with the man?
No.
Just send it off?
No, just send off your boots.
What sort of money are we talking, by the way?
Oh, like hundreds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To part ways with boots that you would otherwise just throw out.
Correct.
Why the hell wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I went to school with a girl who sells pictures of her feet.
Really?
For money. Yes.
That's the one. Is that Feet Finder?
I can't say I've ever asked, but yeah, she went through a phase of making quite a bit of money for it, up to $300 a photo, just a photo of her feet. And sometimes people would ask her to like put things between her toes and send photos for more money.
What sort of things?
Oh, I remember once she would,
Cheezels?
like peanut butter and stuff.
Otherwise that doesn't come out for weeks.
Yeah. But yeah, hundreds and hundreds of dollars she saved up doing that.
Yeah, right.
That's
Okay.
amazing.
Dan Houston's coming in soon. I want to ask him maybe if he'd sell his second-hand footy boots.
Definitely.
Wouldn't he?
Definitely. Anonymous bids only. 132410. Hey, if you're a financial dominatrix, give us a call. Send us a text as well. Tell us what you're up to. 0488919919. Sometimes I think that my wife could be a financial dominatrix.
Oh, really?
Because as we know, she's the one who shifts out the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, weekly.
Yeah.
And then sometimes when I'm at her service, when she's really, really in the mood for me to do something for her, she'll bring me into the room and then she'll get me nice and close and she'll say, hey, get out of the house for 2 hours and take the kids. Leave me alone.
And I will pay you.
Let's talk about Nova's Handball Blitz. Yesterday, we went to Highgate School and the kids were absolutely sensational. We launched it.
Oh, my gosh. They were so sweet yesterday and just really respectful, kind kids. And as we were leaving at the end, they were helping all our supernovas pack up everything.
How good's that?
So
well done, kids from Highgate.
And I have to say, I got a message from a girlfriend last night whose son was there and I recognised him. And he said to her, yeah, we had this girl come to our school and she's really good at handball and her name is Joel.
That's it. Joel from and Mum was like, what? Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel were there.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
That's odd, isn't it?
That's awesome.
Oh, dear.
Hey, register yourself via the Nova Player if you want to get involved with this thing or get mum and dad to do it because up for grabs, $1,000 for the winner.
$1,000 for the winner and $500 for the runner-up as well. It's going to be absolutely huge. You get to play off at the Adelaide Oval in front of tens of thousands of people. It's unbelievable stuff.
Really, really cool. So $1,000, that would go a long way. We asked a bunch of the kids yesterday what they would do if they were to win 1K.
Handball Blitz. Handball Blitz.
I'll go get Corey's VIP tickets. I would spend it on the new house. A luxurious one. I would spend it on a little car. I would save it till I had enough money to buy something like a house or a car or something. I spend it in Japan. Soft toys. Probably like invest into my education. I would use it to get a guinea pig.
That's the one that got me. The guinea pig.
A couple of guinea pigs, can you?
I would get it for a guinea pig. And what you soon realise once you've purchased a guinea pig is that guinea pigs don't really offer a lot, do they?
No. No, they don't. They breed heavily, though.
They're very good at breeding. Full credit to the guinea pigs in that department.
Yep.
Jump on the Nova Play now. Register yourself or get mum and dad to register you if you want to potentially score $1,000 for Nova's Handball Blitz. Yeah. This is really cool.
Yep.
Another ping. He gets it. Houston again. Kick looks brilliant. Houston, we don't have a problem.
Please welcome to the Jody and Hazy Show, Dan Houston.
Yes. Dan Houston, welcome to the studio.
Good morning. Thanks for having me back.
Maybe you're good luck for birthday payday.
I think I am. Last time I opened it, I got it done and Yeah, another one.
Yeah, that's right.
That's so true.
We should make this more of a regular thing.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Let's get this awkwardness out of the way, shall we? Go on then.
Yeah, okay. So we spoke before, Husto, about some of these social awkward encounters.
Okay, so this is on the back of him consistently adjusting himself around the office.
Can't help it. My hands don't know where to go sometimes.
And not just that, but looking each of us in the eye as he does it. So it got us talking about weird social norms.
Yeah.
And then I was saying I never quite know when people come into the studio whether to give them a kiss or a hug, and then it ends up half of one.
Yeah.
And so today I committed and I saw you and I went straight for a kiss on the cheek.
How'd it go? Was it awkward? Did you know exactly what was going on?
I was like, Jodie hasn't done this before, but I think Jodie committed and the confidence really just made it not awkward. But I think if you sort of and a little bit, you do get that little bit of awkward confrontation, and then it's really, really weird.
There you go. Just like in footy terms as well. In this situation, if you hesitate, you'll probably get hurt.
Yes.
Well done, Jodes.
Very true. Thank you very much. I'm really quite proud of that effort. On the adjusting thing, though, you quite often see footballers do it when they're being interviewed at the end of the match. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I've noticed it a little bit. They go for the handshake and then the interviewer walks off. And I think a lot of the time after games, a lot of the brothers slap up, and sometimes they get me mixed up as a brother and they go for the slap up and I go for the handshake. And then what's going on here? And it's a little bit awkward because you get that sort of, hold on to the hand for a bit longer, and it's a bit awkward.
This is a good one. So, for example, Abby Holmes. And sometimes you're like, oh, they just had a kiss afterwards. Sometimes they didn't. Obviously, she knows some footballers she doesn't.
Better than others, yeah.
How do you handle a situation like that? I'm scared.
I'd go the handshake, I think.
Yeah.
Keep it strictly professional.
Yeah. It's a bit of a professional situation. But what I was referring to is sometimes the footballers, while they're being interviewed by like a Brian Taylor at the end, will adjust themselves while they're being on national TV. And I think, how do you not know that you're on TV at the moment?
Yeah.
You know
it's just what happens. Can't account for what hands are doing sometimes. It's just a bloke thing, isn't that right, Houston?
Yeah, it is, 100%.
Maybe just take their responsibility, eh?
Maybe. Hey, Thursday Night Blues. This feels like a really, really good test.
Yeah, I think it'll be a really good match. I think the Blues have been in red hot form lately, and we've sort of hit our straps the last couple of weeks and beating some really good teams, and we'll set ourselves for the Blues, a top 8 side, and hopefully we can take it up to them and get them done and then move on into the bye.
Nice.
Have we spoken since Darcy Byrne-Jones got it done for you?
No, we haven't. We haven't.
That was exceptional.
Yeah, that was amazing. It was one of those moments where you sort of takes you a few days to get over it, just what exactly happened and how far down we were.
I was going to say, you would have played in some epic wins. You were responsible for one of them when you beat Essendon with that after the siren kick, but that was crazy. Like, at 3/4 time, what's Ken saying and what are you guys saying? Because most people had written you off.
Yeah, I think we just tried to win the game effectively. We got the ball going forward and played an aggressive style. We moved a few numbers up to the stoppage to get that going forward, and then gave ourselves the best chance. And when it's wet, you just don't know what's going to happen, which I think worked in our favour. If it's dry, it's easy to market and control the game a little bit more.
I think you were mentioning, Hazy, that you've been doing a bit of kicking, like soccer at training. How much has that helped?
Yeah, heaps. We play soccer Monday and Friday, which is a little bit different. You wouldn't pick that at a footy club. And Darcy's probably our best player. Yeah, he plays up forward and is a bit of a striker. So came as no surprise that he put that through, to be honest.
Yeah. We were saying off air that we enjoy it when your footy manager Chris Davies gets involved because. For those who know Chris Davies, he's actually quite an elite sportsman.
Yes.
And just sort of marches around and really takes charge when you guys are playing soccer.
Yeah, and he sits in goals as well. So a few boys take a little bit off the kick when they're going forward, and then a few others put a little bit extra on just in case, depending on their relationship with Chief.
I don't know if you want to slide it past him, if you want to continue playing at the Port Adelaide Football Club next year.
Yeah, well, you definitely don't want to put it straight into him because, that'd be risky.
Yeah. Hey, before we let you go, how's your skipper?
Yeah, he's good. He's good. I think, it's different to last week's. A few weeks ago's injury where that was soft tissue. This is more of a pain thing. So they'll give him every chance to get up before Thursday night. Hopefully, get the swelling down and move forward.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So thank you so much for coming in this morning. From moving forward, can we line in the sand? It's a kiss.
Yeah, right.
On the cheek.
Done.
Hey, very generous of you as well, Hughes, though, to bring in a whole heap of tickets.
Yes.
So if you'd like to go to the football on Thursday night, give us a call right now, 13 24 10. More tickets at portadelaidefc.com.au. Call us. The generational gap between Gen Z and millennials can feel like hundreds and hundreds of years.
It can.
What happened? Where along the line to just go this sort of human versus this sort of human, and it's just completely, utterly different? It feels like there's no similarities whatsoever
it's called
sometimes.
Evolution, mate. People change and grow.
What about in terms of text messaging as well?
What do you mean?
Things have changed, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lady in the US. She's a popular US creator.
Oh God.
See, this is
Nothing but
this is where it went wrong.
Yep.
This is where it went wrong. TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok. Her name is Elizabeth Castaldi. She sparked a viral discussion about the generation gap in texting when it comes to dating. So she's 27.
Yeah.
She recently went on a date with a 35-year-old man, said she was baffled by the text that he sent her the next day. Do you want to hear the text?
What did he very say?
It said, "Hey, had fun last night. Have a good day." Not too bad. That's quite nice.
I don't know.
That's a nice text. She said, "I have to start dating people my own age, but I won't." She said that she doesn't have the ick by his formal text message, but his millennial-style texting made her unable to tell if he wanted to see her again.
Well, there was no explicit request, was there, to say, like,
there
let's
was
catch up again?
Yeah, there was no like, oh, had a really good time last night. Would you like to do it again?
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Because it's the next morning, though. But it's straight away the next morning.
Well, and on the back of that, good on him for reaching out because it's a bit awkward when you go on a date and you're like, do they want to see me again? Do they not?
Need some feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
whole
he's
sitting
just
around
planting the seed.
The whole sitting around waiting for a text thing is excruciating.
Okay, so here's where men and women perhaps differ. And let me just represent the fellas on this one.
Okay.
I think this is where the boys can get really, really confused.
Right.
First of all, I'm just going to put it out there. What the hell do you want? what sort of text message would you have wanted in that situation?
Oh, something witty and funny.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
witty and funny because I'm usually funnier than them and they hate that.
Yeah.
I think you just give me like, I would love to do it again.
Yeah.
Or just give me some sort of like, this is going to happen again. Because that text message that he sent could be like, had a really good time last night, you know, well, I'm not really interested in catching up again, like, have a great day. That's what the sub meaning could have meant.
But you wouldn't say I had heaps of fun last night if you weren't interested in catching up again.
No, but we don't know that because you haven't said that. You haven't said,
it.
I want to catch up with you again.
Yeah. And also, what you need to understand is just for your own information, us women will overanalyze these text messages within an inch of their lives.
Yeah, I understand that, but here's a kicker, and here's a kicker for all men out there. I think that if he had said, "Hey, had fun last night, have a good day, I'd love to do it again," you'd go, "Oh, that's a bit strong."
No, I wouldn't, because you'd be like, good, we had a good time.
You go, calm down,
Yes.
mate.
No. Do you know what
Jeez.
I want? Do you know, here you go, here's what I want. I want someone to go, hey, be ready by 7 o'clock on Saturday because I'm going to come pick you up and we're going to go out on a date.
Abs.
Yes, I would.
You would say, "You're coming on too strong,
No, I
and
wouldn't.
now I'm not into you," because
if it
there's
was-
still an element of treat to me,
No.
keep 'em keen.
I think I've just switched sides.
No.
I think I'm with you now.
No. No. If it was the first date, obviously I don't want them coming to my house on the first date. You don't know if they're a serial killer or not. And hey, my track record with that is not too good, is it?
That's true.
But if it was a second or third date and they said, hey, you know, would love to see you again, 7 o'clock Saturday, I'll come pick you up, let's go out for dinner. That is hot. That is what I want.
Aggressively
No.
organised.
No, it's not.
That's serial killer.
That is men actually putting some effort in for once because men don't put effort in anymore. Where do you want to go to eat? I don't know.
If
I
a
don't
guy
know.
did that to you, he'd be off the roster.
No, he
would be
wouldn't.
off the roster.
He wouldn't be off the roster. I would be like, wow, he actually is keen and he wants to see me and he's organising something. That is hot. That's what I want.
And guess what, Abs? Sounds like a serial killer. So he's going to turn up, he's probably going to murder you. But hey, good news. Makes for a great podcast.
Yes. And don't skip my episode because that would kill me in my coffin.
Let's talk about your muffin, Abby. So,
Oh my
Excuse
God.
me very, very much.
what about this story during the week? It was reported a young man was taken by surprise when he discovered he had been charged a $1 standard heating fee for the $7 muffin he had ordered to have with a coffee at a Melbourne cafe.
Oh my God.
Very Melbourne, isn't it?
He took to Facebook and he said they just add it to the bill without telling you, adding he would have had the muffin cold if he had known he was going to be charged for its warming.
Hang on, did you say it was already $7?
Yes.
Oh, that is an
$7.
expensive muffin.
I want to be like a ribeye steak muffin or something.
Yeah. They're like the ones at Woolworths. They're like this white chocolate and raspberry, and they come in a 4-pack, and they're really expensive, so I only eat them when Mum buys them, but they're so good.
Oh my God. You're a woman in your mid-30s who has to wait for your mum to buy the expensive
Correct,
muffins.
because they're so expensive, but anyway.
Yeah, outrageous little fees that they just add in every now and then. So we were in Melbourne actually, and we went to a restaurant, and they didn't have table service. It was just a QR code, which you know how I feel about QR codes.
Just as confused as you are, Joe.
And there was a surcharge of $2 for using the QR code.
Most of them do that.
What?
Yeah, most of them have like a service fee on there, which I don't understand because you're not
getting
a
service.
human over to serve you.
No.
They're getting it through the kitchen. The kitchen's doing it and it's coming straight out. So they're cutting out a person.
And not just that, I'm doing the ordering myself. So why am I paying a $2 surcharge fee?
Spot on. 13, 24, 10. These little rip-offs that are slowly ruining your life.
Yeah.
It's their little paper cuts, aren't they?
Slowly but surely.
They're little paper cuts. I still wonder if there's places out there where you buy a pie and then try and charge you extra for sauce.
That is so un-Australian.
That should be stock standard.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing. Breakfast extras.
Yes.
Okay. shouldn't be more than about $4.
Yeah, this is your thing.
So if it's an extra bacon, I understand $4 avocado,
Yeah.
smashed avocado, $4. But everything else, no way more than $4.
Well, I still think $4 for extra avocado.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
because a whole avocado in like the markets is what, $1 each?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, so what about...
Don't start on shepherd avocado.
Oh, my God. Little, what absolute little terrorists they are. What about halloumi?
Yeah.
How much does that be?
Oh, halloumi's good cheese.
It's good cheese.
And it is in the supermarkets like $6 or $7.
Okay.
So halloumi, yeah, you can have it.
Okay, for $4?
Yep.
But things like tomato, beans, one hash brown should be like $2.50 or $3.
Yeah, so true.
Even less than that, I reckon $1.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
13 24 10, give us a call this morning. Those sneaky little hidden costs that are getting you.
I think that they shouldn't charge extra for different milk.
Oh, that's a good one.
So I get lactose free usually. I'm not lactose intolerant. I'm just a wanker.
Yeah. What about your milk?
But it makes you feel better. It just makes me, like, my tummy feel better.
Yeah.
And so it goes from then you go and get a medium coffee and say it's $6 or $6.50 and all of a sudden you're paying $7 for a medium coffee because it's 50 cents extra for the milk.
So I'm about to be introduced to this world because I think my daughter is celiac. So
Love that for you,
no
not.
more gluten. Mm-hmm. So do they charge you extra for gluten-free?
Yes, gluten-free is
Even though it's a
ridiculous.
medical condition.
Yeah. It's extra. And if you go to the shops, like gluten-free bread, it's smaller and it's more expensive.
Yeah, that's
so,
ridiculous.
yeah, everything gluten-free is usually more expensive. But in saying that, health food aisle, some great things down there.
All right,
You'll love that aisle by the end of this.
I'll be giving that child to another loving family. Let's go to Julie. Good morning, Julie.
Hi, Jodie.
Hi, what happened?
There seems to be a theme here with hot drinks, but I went to Adelaide Oval recently to see the Crows game and went to the little coffee cart at half-time to get my coffee and a hot chocolate. And when I went to pay, I thought, that seems a lot because I like my coffee extra hot, so I'd asked for extra hot. And I said to the guy, that seems like, I'm not sure you've charged me correctly. And he said, no, we charge an extra $1 for extra hot.
Are you kidding, Archie? That's not a thing.
No, I am not kidding. Outrageous.
So then,
Yeah.
how did you go then? Like, was there 2 and 4th from that? Did you guys settle on something or did you just pay it and leave?
Well, he kind of had already rung it up on the FPOS thing and I was sort of had my card, hanging over it, ready to go. I thought, what do I do? So I paid it. Crazy.
Yeah, you sound like a people pleaser like me, Julie. I'll just pay it, just not to make a fuss.
Yeah, I know. What do you do? But I have to agree with Abby. The Woolworths muffins are worth, but they're $6 for 4 muffins, Abby.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Come on, Abby.
Come on,
They're
Abby.
more expensive than that. They're way more expensive than that.
$6 for 4 muffins.
Yeah, these ones are like $15 or something. It's ridiculous.
Well, how would you know? Your parents pay for them.
How would you know your mummy still takes you to Woolworths to buy your groceries?
Oh, let's go to Kieran. Biggest rip-off, Kieran. What do you got?
G'day, Hazy. I get up at 5 a.m. and head off to work, and anytime I stop into a servo, I've been charged up to 50 cents for sauce with my sausage roll in the morning.
Oh, get out of here. That is not good enough.
It is not a myth. And not just one particular servo. It could be any given servo.
Right.
And I've been charged up to 50 cents. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Absolutely insane and un-Australian.
I don't want to sound like your mother here, but are you actually having a sausage roll for breakfast on the way to work?
Absolutely, I am. It's how you get the day started.
There we go. It's a lot of good points that Kieran raises.
Wash
this
that
morning.
down with a $15 muffin from Woolworths and away you go.
You're on.
Let's go to Jackie. What's the subtle little charge?
Oh, going out for lunch or dinner on a Sunday and you get the 20% charge.
20% is a lot over the course of an entire bill.
Sunday, day off. Yeah, awesome. Bam, take that.
Yeah.
And I think the argument is that don't they have to pay that like double time on a Sunday?
Yes,
so
yes.
they've got to pay wages.
Which I understand, but Sunday versus a public holiday,
Mm.
when it's a public holiday surcharge, I can absolutely understand it. The other thing as well is that sometimes you're in there, you've had a meal or whatever, and then you don't understand that there's a 20% surcharge until you go to pay it towards the end. And that can really sting your pocket.
Yeah, sure can, especially for someone like you who can be a little bit tidy.
Excuse me very much.
Let's go to Megan. What was the subtle little charge there, Megan?
Morning, guys. I'm a big hot chocolate fan,
Yes.
and I, it's that classic question of, would you like marshmallows? And I generally say yes, and that's, oh, hang on, there's 50 cents been added to my bill.
No way.
50%.
For marshmallows and hot chocolate, that's like saying, hey, can I have some Weet Bix? And they go, okay, sure. Would you like milk with that? And you go, well, of
Exactly.
course. And they go,
Yeah.
yeah, that's extra.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't ask and then charge me, because I'm thinking, oh, yes, excellent.
Yeah, thinking it's complimentary. That means it's
Yeah,
for
exactly
free.
right.
So does that mean as well, Megan, are you a 2 marshmallow type operator? What are we talking?
Correct, yes, and I don't want to pay for one of those, I don't know how to explain it, but like those old school like marshmallows where they're really fat and they're really just yucky. They don't melt in your hot chocolate. Like if I'm going to pay, I want 2 nice little ones, not some weird stodgy things.
100%.
True.
Not the pay less ones, you know what I mean?
I didn't wake up this morning and think I'd be having marshmallow chat, but here we are.
Here we are, and I'm glad that we're in this space.
Let's go to Geo. Geolicious. Hello.
Good. How are you?
No, we're
I'm
good.
Hello.
What'd you get slugged for, Geo?
Oh, you know, when you've sat down, you've had a nice meal, but you've over-ordered, and then you ask for a takeaway container, and that gets flipped on the bill, $1, $2 for a container.
Does that happen, Joe? I've never really noticed that because, I definitely want to take stuff home if there's spare food there. Does it cost you an extra few bucks?
It's definitely not all the time, but sometimes it's just like, oh, wow, okay, thank you.
That's ridiculous.
Refer to my previous point about you being a bit tidy.
Okay, even I'm
I don't wanna
noticing
blame
there's a bit of a trend here.
We had a team lunch yesterday and Hazy just ate off everyone else's
Oh,
plate.
that is not true.
Actually did. And then this morning I had a toasted sandwich and you went, can I have a bite of that? And I said, yes, absolutely. Here, have half.
Oh my God, this is just, I'm not sure what gaslighting is, but maybe
Well-
it's sort of, I said to you, you said you want to buy it. And I said, look, if you can't finish it, I tried to gaslight you and say, I'll do you a favour and finish.
Yes, I know. But having said that, you never share your food with me ever.
Oh,
ever.
okay.
And now you're going to hit me up for some eggs after the show, aren't you too?
Bloody hell. Maybe.